Alright guys, if you want the chance to win some of these custom printed minifigure parts and whatnot, I'll be giving away a small handful of these in next week's episode. All you have to do is leave a like on the video, comment down below, and make sure you guys are subscribed to this YouTube channel. Let's start working on the MOC, guys. Alright guys, so in this week's episode, we got in the BrickLink order I was talking about in last week's episode. We got some more clear studs, we got more backpacks for the American minifigures, and we've got some transparent cone pieces. I'll be showing these all in the next clip and explaining what they're all for, but we're going to start working on applying those parts to the MOC, and then it's just a matter of doing the finishing details. I got to work on the top section of the mountain a little bit more, finish up that. It's about 95% done, and then it's, you know, adding the backpacks to all the Americans and whatnot. We're going to talk about that here in a second, so let's go and show you guys what I got in that BrickLink order. Alright guys, so this is what I got in the BrickLink order, so let's go through this and show you guys what I got. So I got some of these transparent orange cone pieces. We've got some in, I guess this would be like bright trans orange, and then we've got some in, I guess, just regular trans orange. It's a little bit lighter. I personally like the darker, so there's the two colors there, and what those are for is I have these flame pieces here that I use for the explosions, and there's no way for me to attach these to like a plate or whatnot, so I need these cone pieces here, and then I can stick them on a plate or whatever. So it's kind of the debate of which one looks better. I personally like the darker one, but this one does kind of match the flame piece a little bit better now that I'm looking at it. So I might use a combination of the two. I got a bunch of these because originally I was sorting through. I had this big bin of just transparent clear pieces, and I was picking through and finding all these cones that I could. I ran out, and I was like, you know, I just need to make an order for these. So I think I got a couple hundred of them. They're only a couple pennies a piece, so it was like, you know, $2 or $3 for all these. So I'll be good for probably the rest of my Lego career on these, unless I make a MOC with a bunch of explosions and fire needed. So I got those. That's what those are for. And then we've got, I believe this is 200 transparent clear studs. These are going to be used for not only some beach detail, but we're also going to be using, actually now that I think about it, I might need more of these, because I need some of these to show the Higgins boats are kind of moving. So I might need more of these, but this is also for making the bullet effect on the beach itself. So I might need to order more of those. I'm not too sure yet. Okay, that's good that I thought of that though. And then we also got, I believe, 40 backpacks. This should cover the rest of the Americans. We've got, I'm just looking at the MOC here, we got a good portion of the Americans that have backpacks, and then I'd say like 30% don't. So hopefully this will cover them all up. And it's just going to be tedious going through and adding backpacks to all the minifigures, so I'm going to have to work on that here. But that's what these parts are for. I'm going to go start working on the MOC, and we're going to start applying these to the MOC itself. So let's go do that. Okay guys, so I just finished putting some water detail on the MOC itself. I'll show that in another clip, but what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to take all these flame pieces here, put the cones on the bottom of them, and then I'm also going to take some of these smaller flame pieces. These are the old school ones where you can actually take them and clip them together like this. You can clip them together like that, and you can make kind of these, I don't know what you would call them, larger flames, extended flames, and there you can rotate them and pose them in any which way you want. So I'm going to be doing that for some of those, and then putting cones on the bottom of these as well. And we're going to go start adding those to the MOC and adding some more explosion details. So that's what I'm going to work on here. I'm going to assemble all that, then go over and put it on the MOC. So I'm going to work on that right now. So I got all the large flames assembled with the cones on the end, and I got a good portion of the smaller flames on the cones as well. I decided to do the dark, I guess it's dark orange on the dark orange flames just because they're the same color and they match, and I think they look the best. So I'm going to add those to the MOC, and then we're also going to take some of these and the extra flame pieces that I have here, and we're going to do, like I showed you, how you can build them up and you can pose them in any which way you want. So I'm going to go put those on the MOC, but before I do that, I'm also going to take these. These are all the clear studs that I have left after I put some down on the water, so I'm going to need to order more. And I got all these 1x2s in clear, and I'm going to make some more explosion pieces. So before I forget, I'm probably going to place an emergency order for some more of these, just so I don't forget, and we can get those in by next week's episode. Like I said, guys, I'm thinking episode 40 is going to be the finale, because one, I'm going to a convention here coming up, a non-Lego related, but I'm going to be gone for basically a weekend, and So I'm thinking episode 40 is going to be close to the finale. So we got a couple more weeks of fine detailing, and then we're going to be doing the finale video. So for example, I'm going to have to order these, and those will come in by next week's episode. So I'm going to go put these on the mock, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. Okay guys, good news. I was taking these flame pieces here, and I was going to start putting them on the mock, and I realized I needed some more of these dark tan, what are these? Bush pieces. So you put these down, and it looks like, you know, sand is getting exploded up, right? And I started looking for these, and I have this one bin underneath this table here that's got a bunch of bagged up parts that are all the same part in the same bag. For example, if I grab one here, like here's just a bag of 2x4s in brown, or there's, you know, a bag of these snot bricks or a bag of arches or whatnot. So they're all separated by part and by color, and I'm trying to keep my collection kind of like that. And I was looking through there, and I found a bunch of these stud pieces. There's probably 200 in each one of these bags, so there's probably over 1,000 or so here. So this will be good because I want to add more water to the mock and actually like sink in the Higgins boats into the water and then put water around it. So I'm glad I found these. And I also found a bag of 1x1s in trans clear. These will be great for detailing as well. But the main thing I found was I found a bag of studs, and this is the bag that I used on Palilu, because if we look in here, oh wow, there's actually more than I thought there was. We've got 3, it looks like another one in there that's kind of broken. So 4 more of these explosion pieces here, and I can actually see how I made these the last time. So these will be going great on the mock, that way I don't have to build them. I might still order some of these 1x1s here off BrickLink just to get them shipped and coming in. But I'm really excited that I found these because that saves a lot of parts, and we got a lot more detailing parts in there. So I'm glad I found those. We're going to start putting all that on the mock right now. I just finished up some of the explosions up on the German side of the mock, and I also added like 2 or 3 more figures up there. Actually like 4. So I might show those and point those out to you, but we're going to keep working on the mock. We're going to add these to the mock right now. Okay guys, so I took those other explosions I had and I placed them around here in the water. Another thing that I did when I talked about water detail, you can see, it might be hard to see with the reflection, but I took some clear studs and put them behind all the vehicles so it looks like it's kind of throwing up a wake and some water behind all the vehicles. One of the other things that I mentioned was I want to use the rest of these because if you notice, right now the Higgins boats are just kind of sitting on top of the water. I actually want to dig them down to sit on the base plate and then push the water up against the side so it actually looks like it's sunk down a little bit. That's going to take a little bit of work. We'll probably work on that next week, and that's just one of the things I wanted to show you. I'm going to briefly go over here. You can see I added some more flames. I finished up that explosion back there. That was not complete before. I added one of those dark tan bush pieces. I think it looks really good. I also added some more flames there. Added a couple more minifigures here and over there. But overall, I'm really happy with how that's turning out. I don't know where we're at the video, guys, right now, but I'm trying to keep these videos relatively short, under 10 minutes, so we might be cutting to the giveaway winners from last week's episode, but I'm going to keep working on the mock, and I'll keep you guys posted. Alright, guys, we've got over 1,000 unique users found, so let's pick the winner from episode 36. 1, 2, and 3. Jason Hostler, the landing is already looking great. Well, thank you, Jason. You are the winner from last week's episode. I believe I was giving away some accessories, so all you have to do, Jason, is send me an email at x39@x39brickcustoms.com, and I can get your address, and we can work this out. So, guys, we're going to cut to the last clip of the video. We're going to talk about what we worked on in this mock series, or this specific episode, and then we're going to also talk about what's coming next episode. So let's do that now. Okay, guys, that's going to do it for this week's episode of Building D-Day and Lego. We worked on quite a bit. We got in that BrickLink order for all the explosions, working on all that. I am going to be doing all the backpacks on the minifigures off camera simply because, like I said, I don't want to spoil the mock by showing all the minifigures, so I'll be doing that probably between this week's episode and next week's episode. We also found a bunch of trans clear parts. We found a bunch of those explosions, which is great. You can see one of those right here. Glad I found those. It's going to save me a lot of time and parts, and we were able to just put those on the mock. We added some more water detail. I'm going to be adding some more trans clear studs up along the coastline where the minifigures are coming off, so it kind of looks like there's some waves coming up on the beach. Add some more detail like that. Also finished up, I would say the top where the Germans are at is pretty much done, so now it's just finishing up the beach and the water. But other than that, guys, MOC's coming together. Like I said in the, I guess, the middle part of the video, that I'm thinking the finale would be around 40 episodes. So like I said, I want this to be as best to my ability as I can. All the small details really add to the overall look of the MOC, so I'm trying to make it look as best I can. But that's going to do it, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, and comment to be entered in that next giveaway. Make sure you guys check out last week's episode right here. Make sure you guys subscribe by clicking down here. Check out the complete playlist for all the other videos on this MOC series up in the right corner. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you have a great Labor Day weekend.